Hello, everybody. Hey, thanks for coming out this afternoon. Welcome to the Essential Theater's annual Celebrate Georgia Playwrights event, something we've been doing for the past few years. And I'm Peter Hardy, the founding artistic director of the Essential Theater. This is Jennifer Kimball, the managing director of the Essential Theater. And as you probably know, the mission of Essential Theater is to support, encourage, and produce new plays by Georgia playwrights. We've been doing this for quite a number of years now in our annual Essential Theater Play Festival, which we started in 1999. So we are, next year, when we do this event, we will be celebrating 25 years of Essential Theater doing that mission. And over the years, when we first started, putting out a call for submissions from Georgia writers, we would get about 30 submissions a year. And over the years, that number gradually creeped up until I think it was 5, maybe 6 years ago, we got like 100 submissions, which was the most we had ever received at that point. After that, it slacked off a bit, and then the pandemic hit. And the year after the pandemic, we got like 50 submissions. So, everything slowed down a bit around that time. The 2 years after that, we got about 60 submissions each of those years. Our most recent submission deadline for the 2024 Essential Theater Playwriting Award competition was, the deadline was last Sunday, April 23rd, Shakespeare's birthday. And so for the 2024 competition, we received 174 submissions. And when I saw that number, the first thing I thought was, maybe it's time we reevaluate our policy about no submission fees being charged. Now, we're not going to do that. But what that tells me is that Georgia playwrights are writing, and they're sending their stuff out to us, and also hopefully to other places. And to me, that just makes the mission of the Essential Theater all the more vital and all the more important. So that's what the future is about. But for this year, for the 2023 festival, which will be coming up, opening July 28th, running through August 27th of this year, we will be producing 2 full productions of new plays by Georgia writers and the festival. And we want to introduce those writers to you now. The winner of the 2023 award is Matt Hoffman, author of the manuscript, that's there. And we will also be producing a play that was one of the 2 co-winners of our 2020 award competition. There's been a lot of years in which we had 2 co-winners. And, for 2020, we had 2 co-winners. We were planning to produce them in the summer of 2020, but a few minor problems came up. And we were not able to produce them that year, although the writers did get their $750 cash prizes. But last year's festival, we produced one of those plays, Daniel Carter Brown's The Outrage Machine. I gave it its world premiere. And this year, we will be producing the other co-winner from 2020, Beverly Austin's play, The Wishing Place. So after this year, we'll be all caught up. I just want to tell you just a little about each of these plays. The manuscript is a very powerful, intricately written drama about 2 women. There's a woman who has taken her own life. And that woman's mother and the woman's widow come together to share their grief, that it ends up being a power struggle between them over the memory, the legacy, and the identity of the woman who's gone, the woman who they both loved. It's which one of these women loved her more? Which one of them was better for her? Which one of them hurt her more? Which one of them may be to blame for her taking her own life? It's a very powerful and interesting story. Matt, why don't you come on up? you just want to say anything about how you feel about your play being produced and all that.
I thank you, first of all, for all of you for being here and for supporting Atlanta Theater and the Essential Theater. We couldn't do any of this without you all, and I'm so very grateful for that. And I'm very grateful to you, Peter. It's been 20 years now. I've been living in Atlanta for all of that time. I've been sort of lurking, coming to the productions and sort of wanting to be a part of all of this, and hoping that I could, and to be welcomed into the family here this way means a lot to me. And just having a ball going through the process with Peter and Jennifer and the team. Can't wait to see it on stage in a few months, and hope to see you all there too.
And this will be the first play of Matt's that he has had produced.
Oh, wow.
And to commemorate that, we have along with the $750 prize, he gets a t-shirt. Here we go. And then Beverly's play, The Wishing Place, is a poetic drama about two families, one black and one white, who live in 1960s rural Georgia. And among other things, I would say it's about how it's possible to really love a place, the place that you come from, but also need to leave it. And that's all I'll try to say about it at this point. But Beverly, you want to come up? Beverly Austin.
Thanks. I just want to thank all of you for being here. Thank Peter, Jennifer, and particularly Ellen, because she knows this play better than I do. She's a wonderful, clear-sighted director. She says it's about longing. I don't know what it's about. I never know what, I've had 50 plays done. I don't know what any of them are about. But I will say that my advice to young writers, because I'm old, is get out of your own damn way. Always. As I'm writing, sometimes I say, oh, that's Freudian, that's embarrassing, or that's Jungian, or, oh my God, that's Greek mythology, or heavens forbid, that's a socially relevant point, which is the worst for me. But, I think if you go hunting in my script, you can find all of that, but it's about people. And I think Ellen understands that. We have a wonderful cast, and I hope you'll come, and I'm very grateful. Deja vu all over again.
And I mentioned that the manuscript will be the first play of Matt's that he's had produced. Beverly has had many plays produced going back over decades. And that's the kind of, we like that range and breadth and the material of the playwrights and the new plays that we produce. Jennifer, is interior here?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. I live by lists. We have a list. Look at that. So, in addition to these two plays that we will be producing, we'll also have our Bare Essentials play reading series and our second year of collaboration with Hush Harbor Lab, which is Atlanta's Black play development company, and Amina McIntyre and Adai Moon co-founded this company in 2020. Neither one of them could be here with us today, but Amina did send me an email of some things she would love if I could share on her behalf. So last year we workshopped Calandra Smith's The Wash, which will have its world premiere in 2024 at Synchronicity Theater and the Impact Theater as co-productions. That was, at the time, the first in-person event that Hush Harbor Lab had ever held on account of being founded in 2020. Though they had been talking about starting this company for many years, they decided 2020 was the year to do it, and then 2020 decided otherwise. They did a lot of great work in 2020, 21, and 22. And so last summer we did that. That is the progress that show has had so far. And the play that they will be presenting in the 23 Essential Festival is Anterior Leverets. Yanni Stone and the Honey Pot Trap, which just a few weeks ago had a workshop presentation as part of the Synchronicity Theater Stripped Bare series, and is gonna be workshopped with Hush Harbor for a couple of weeks. Anterior's here with us today. Y'all can see her play is Summer. And if you would indulge Amina, who's not here, and me, here's what Amina asked me to share. She said, I am co-founder with Anaya Moon of Hush Harbor Lab, and which is a new play development company for Black artists in the Atlanta area. We are thrilled to partner with Essential Theater for the second year to present a reading of Interior Leverett's Yanni Stone and the Honey Pot Trap. Hush Harbor Lab is a brave space for the development and production of new and innovative digital, live, and multimedia performance work by Black Atlanta-based artists. Hush Harbor strives to be a space that promotes wellness, self-care, and the sacred within the Black arts community, with the recognition that caring for the full person, body, mind, and spirit, encourages better art. We invite our playwrights into the harbor to take risks, to fail forward, to test tragedy and triumph, and to be emphatically affirmed in their process as an artist and in their personhood. Interior Leverett is no stranger to Hush Harbor Lab, having been an actress and dramaturg in several of our play labs. Interior is an actor, writer, and sketch artist based out of Atlanta, hailing from Savannah. She received her BA in Theater and Performance Studies from Kennesaw State University in 2015. After receiving her degree, she began working as a performer and writer for the Atlanta History Center. She continued to hone her writing as a member of the 2018-19 Horizon Theater APCO, and now is a writer and performer for Black AF Comedy in Atlanta. Yanni Stone was read as part of Synchronicity Stripped Bare series, and Terrier has selected to revisit the play in a week-long workshop with her actors, director Jade Lambert-Smith, and dramaturg Delilah McGee. Anterior, since you're here today, would you like to come on to say anything? I totally didn't, that's blindsiding you, but come on up. So just a week ago or two, you had your first workshop with public performance.
Yep.
And then you're going to have your second one with Hush Harbor with us this summer. Tell us a little bit about the value of this workshop being between your last workshop and what I'm sure will be your world premiere.
Ooh, world premiere, all right. Yes, we're gonna claim that. So the value of this particular workshop in Social at Hush Harbor, it allows me to really go back and rehome that work and really dig deep with my characters. Yanni Stone and the Honey Pot Trap follows a 28-year-old Black playwright who's in the midst of this kind of sexual awakening of sorts, where she's trying to figure out who she is, what she wants in love and in sex. And so it just allows me to have further conversations with the many Black women who inspired this work. And it allows me just to dig deeper and really tell Lena's story and do it justice.
Amazing, thank you so much. So you will have multiple performance opportunities to see The Wishing Place and the manuscript. Yanni Stone will be a one evening only performance, so when our schedule is out, be sure to mark your calendar. And here you go.
And I just real quickly, I want to mention our Bare Essentials reading series, which Jennifer mentioned. That is our staged reading series of new plays by Georgia Playwrights. They will be presented for one evening each during the run of this summer's Essential Theater Festival. Our Bare Essentials readings are always free to attend. We encourage the audience to stay afterwards and give their feedback, which gives the playwright a chance to learn from the audience, and also for our audiences to get a chance to both learn about and participate in the process of developing new plays. And we have 4 plays we'll be doing Bare Essentials readings of this summer. They are, and one of those playwrights is here, a former Essential Theater Playwriting Award winner herself, Emily McLean. We'll be doing a stage reading of her play, The Rock and the Hard Place. We will also be presenting readings of, I hope I get all these right, The Other Bones by Beverly Sylvester. Pas de Dieu, it's French, by Sarah Swiderski, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Water Boys by Quick Jones. And again, those readings are all free. If you're interested in new plays, we hope you'll come and join us for those readings. And then I think we can go to upcoming essential projects.
Thanks. So the next thing we'll have going on with Essential, for many years what we did was the festival and the playwriting award. During the pandemic, we had the wonderful opportunity to create playwriting classes. And so we have our next introduction to playwriting class, which is online and free thanks to support from Fulton County, kicking off June 6th. Registration is now available on Eventbrite. That is our flagship playwriting course. It's a 6-week introduction. It is for anyone who may want to be a playwright or may want to see if they'd like to learn about playwriting. It's a great community opportunity. We also have in May during the Decatur Arts Festival, which is May 5th through 7th, Essential Theater will be performing at the Decatur Arts Festival on May 6th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And Hush Harbor Lab will be presenting on May 7th at 2:45 in the afternoon. We also have a 10-minute play boot camp that we're opening up to the public for the first time ever. We've had this course before, and it was for intro to playwriting alumni to kind of level up their skills after they've gone through the intro course. This year, we're opening up the 10-minute play camp to anybody who would like to focus on a 10-minute play. One of the differences is that the 10-minute play camp has a showcase that's part of the festival. So if you think you might want to write a play that might be ready for other people's ears, really check into that. You will see flyers that look like this at a couple different places around the room. There's QR codes at the bottom if you feel so inspired to register for either one of those classes right now, or read more about the Decatur Arts Festival schedule. Next on the list is thanks to our supporters. Peter?
Folks, and there's a lot of them. We have, well, first off, we want to thank Casey Willis and Could Be Pretty Cool Productions, who are the sponsor for our Playwriting Award this year and for the past few years. For the first time ever this year, we received support from the National Endowment for the Arts. We're very excited about that. And we have, for a number of years now, we've been very grateful to receive support from the Georgia Council for the Arts, the City of Atlanta, and Fulton County. And for the past year or two, the Community Foundation.
This year's the second year.
Second year from the Community Foundation for Greater Atlanta. We also want to thank our wonderful board members, some of whom are here today, and you may have seen Audrey Galix, Jane Zolik, and Carl Padden. And that's, yeah, go ahead. Ed Henderson, Cynthia Webb, Dr. Kelly Spencer, Marcy Dixon, Vanessa Mazabani. Actually, we'll only talked online so far. I don't have the pronunciation. And Ryan Daniels. Did Jane want to? Did you talk to Jane about speaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a wonderful, amazing board. If you haven't worked in nonprofits a lot, you may not appreciate how much of a backbone a board can be for an organization. But trust me when I say they're wonderful, amazing, and Essential is really fortunate to have a fantastic board team. Among those is Jane Zellick, who's been with us for a couple of years. And she has something she'd like to say. Come on up.
Hi, I'm Jane Zellick. The aforementioned board members. Hey, Audrey. You may have picked up that Essential Theater is a scrappy local group. And we are so grateful to the funding from so many of the organizations Peter just mentioned. Sorry, I'm not, as you can tell, I am not an actor, and I'm not used to using a microphone. Anyway, we really appreciate the contributions that all of these groups that Peter mentioned make to Essential to help us represent the arts in Georgia and help us keep running. And our board is also so proud of the work that is done by this theater. We're so grateful to Peter and to Jennifer and to the team of very talented professionals that they engage, including Carmen and some of the actors who are here tonight. We really believe strongly in Essential's mission, and we're so grateful that they are focused on creating opportunities to develop live theater here in Atlanta, by lifting up Georgia Playwrights, by helping to develop individual voices of writers from the state and to present their work to the public with minimal barriers to entry at our production home in the West End Performing Arts Center, where we've been the only professional theater company to regularly perform for the last 9 years. This gives us a chance to enrich the lives of our audiences, creating opportunities for people to see and engage with new plays, to attend premiere productions, to meet and directly have conversations with playwrights like Matthew and Beverly here this evening, and with our artists. And it also creates opportunities to learn and participate in the creation of new plays through the classes and workshops that Jennifer just mentioned, and through the very essential table readings. While we're really deeply delighted as a board with the work this 24-year-old organization is doing, we'd like to be able to do more, to pay better, to invest more in our productions, in education and outreach efforts. And so as a group, the board's banded together to create a 30-day matching challenge, which we're launching today at the celebration of Georgia Playwrights. You can double the impact of your gifts to Essential Theater with a dollar-for-dollar match up to $3,000 for donations made between now and the end of May. There are QR codes at the entrance to this room as well as behind me. And Jennifer would gladly take a check.
Yes.
Donors will be recognized in our playbill, as they have been in the past. And if you would, please consider helping to raise $6,000 for Essential's work this year. Thanks so much for being here today to celebrate and for being part of making a difference for theater in Georgia. We appreciate you all.
Okay, then, with that said, the last thing I would like to say, as many of you all know and understand, it's not easy these days to keep a theater company going for close to a quarter century. I think we've made some good choices over the years that have helped with that, but we also recognize that we have been very fortunate and are very grateful to the many, many individuals and organizations and institutions that have helped us along the way, and to people like yourself. So thank you all for coming out today, and have a good afternoon.